Like for some people, when you are sick, they take active steps to like take meds, take lay off work for a while. For some people, they just like sleep and it goes, man. It goes, man.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a bit of both, but mostly when it comes to mental stuff, I would say I'm what some might call a coward. All right, it's the Shaking Tables podcast. First of all, Happy New Year if you are here for the very first time or not, because this is like the first episode of the year, and I want to wish each and every other person a Happy New Year, right? Man, this feels weird.
Why are you pretending like you were not the Grinch during Christmas? I'm telling people they were weird for being in the Christmas spirit.
No.
Shit.
Well.
Shame on you, man. Shame on you.
Do you know the funny thing? I took that same energy into the new year.
Oh, what? but like I saw you like talking about what's it called now?
Bucket list and resolutions.
Yeah, bucket list and shit.
Okay, so this is the thing. I split my content per platform.
Oh,
so
wow.
for folks on my what's it called, my mailing list, they got a mail that says, "Is it really a Happy New Year?"
Yeah. So for those of us that are on all platforms, what are we supposed to get? What's the picture you are painting for us? Because I got everything. I got the Twitter. Okay, well, not the TikTok. I think you're on TikTok. Yeah?
I didn't post on TikTok. I'm not doing anything on TikTok.
But that's cool. Yeah. Happy New Year to everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But man, first of all, before you come to the conflicting idea of what my content is about, which I'm going to come into when the time is right. But Happy New Year, Happy 2022. We all have.
Yes, sir.
I mean, for some people, myself and John inclusive, the year has not been all that pretty.
Oh God, man!
Bruh.
Let's start on a light note, please.
No, this is what we're talking about now. We're talking about
I'm drinking up, bro.
We're talking about dealing with life's problem, and I mean it's not too early in the year because I feel like January comes with a lot of fake seriousness, just like Mondays. January is like the larger version of Mondays for work folks.
Well, I guess it works to an extent, yeah.
Because everybody's like, new year, new me, the whole pressure with, and I mean,
there's a lot of energy from all the relaxation and enjoyment. Yeah. You feel like you're supposed to be happy to be back to work. You shouldn't, to be honest.
And the funny thing is that I launched the podcast 2 years ago with a fuck you 2022.
Yes.
That was like fuck you 2020.
Mad energy, bro.
So, I mean, I'm just reinstating that, like, 2022. I know everybody's happy.
Nah, don't actually say that because then you said that and then Corona happened. Please do not say fuck you 2022. I cannot be on record to have been at an event where fuck you, because 2020 has been giving me shit already. So please be nice to 2022.
Well, my own shit started late 2021.
Oh.
And I brought it upon myself, but we move.
We move, bro.
I'm
like, God is good, my G.
God, I mean, God no shame us. All of those phrases that we use just to, like, I won't say avoid what the problem is, but we use it as a coping mechanism, and that's what we're talking about for today. But before we go into that, I just need to say that it's a Friday, it's another weekend. However your Friday is looking, however your weekend is looking, make sure you are home with the podcast. Get ready for amazing content. And the person that is here needs no introduction. That is why he has been interrupting me. That's why he has been interrupting, because he needs no introduction.
Nah, it's just because like I feel at home, and like me and AA has rubbed mind over sad stories. So like you feel like you're talking to your kindred, and,
right?
And stuff.
Yeah,
but man,
get ready for all of the sadness, because today's topic is unlike any other, because like John said earlier on, folks are rather pumped for the new year, and we give ourselves this sort of facade that your life is not still shitty. And this is a classic reminder that, bro, I get it that you want to be hopeful, but it's hopeless to be hopeful, like Passenger says. So,
nah, that's too dark, bro. It's actually good to be hopeful. Please let it be noted that I said that. But yeah, it's hopeless to be hopeful, but it's actually good to be hopeful.
You are contradicting yourself, but okay.
I would love to do that, please.
Okay. We're gonna get back into all of this. If you're new here, trust me, we're not always this confused. In fact, we're not even confused at all. When we get into the full gist of the conversation, you're going to get the full scope. And there's a personal story. That's why John is just being reserved. You're gonna see. Let's do this. I'm going to tell you my personal story, and you're going to say your personal story. So I think we're going to.
Wait, are you talking to me or the audience?
Everybody.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, everybody. This is really an interactive session today. So before we go into the main podcast, I want to let you know that if you have listened this far, I feel like you think like you're okay to this episode as prospect, and one way in which you can do this, you can help us to propagate the gospel of the podcast is by screenshotting on your.
Be an evangelist.
You
please.
dig, share on your social media, share on your Twitter. Now that Twitter is back, by the way.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
did I-
222 days.
I mean,
officially, like we said, but then some people never left Twitter, but then officially back.
funny how some of us still have VPN. Like, I'm sorry, but not sorry. These niggas can switch up
To
again.
be honest, I still have both my VPNs on. Well, I can't lie. 'Cause I don't even trust the government now. Because people can just yab this guy again when it comes to Sweet Oktoberfest and we are fucked again.
No, I mean, the ratio has been crazy.
I'm actually looking forward to that happening, but not looking forward to yours.
You see why I said it's hopeless to be hopeful?
Oh, but yeah, man, it's what it is. Let's get into the show for today.
Right. So now it is the 21st day of January, and it's really crazy how, like we said, we all started the new year on such a high note. For some people that still believe in resolutions, for folks that don't believe in it, whether or not, as long as you have to resume back to school, work, your life. Everybody that all of these high pedestal, high position will actually reflect that back to work vibe, back to school vibe. You have to get serious this time. And this is the 21st day. Let me ask you, all of the things that you have set out to do, how far? Because for some people, I mean,
I really feel like I've been attacked. I don't feel at home anymore. Because I really don't get the point of this question. But, like you said, it's the 21st already. And, it's been a weird vibe, sometime in the year. Like, I don't think I should talk about my story right now.
no, we
But
have to.
I'll just get into it anyway because, when I was coming to this morning, I had to tell you that, I wasn't really in the head space and I was trying to get myself into the head space because, something happened over, the past couple of days and whatnot. And like my system, which is, if you know me pretty much, I'm always on my system. I'm always on my laptop doing stuff, designing, whatever. And, I just woke up to it crashing. And, it's different if you wake up to it just crashing out of the blue. I woke up to it crashing when I was on a fucking roll. Like my energy was high. I was hyped for the year, like you said. I was ready to start putting out content and whatever, and posting whatever. Start working for people beyond my personal circle and all of that stuff. And I just woke up to this fucking sad shit. Do you understand?
I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be laughing, but this happened to me. Like I said earlier, I was telling you this happened to me 3 weeks ago. I think. Okay, I've never released that episode, but my mic got damaged. Our folks that know me know that my podcast is my baby, right? And
why are our babies getting attacked, bro?
Right? And I mean, it was like
life is such a.
I was supposed to record an episode that day. Thank God there was like a cushion that day.
Oh,
I would call her a cushion.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, it's a her now. Okay. It cannot be a he. Come on. So she was
shout
able
out to her then.
she was able to soften the blow of the pain, and we still made magic. So
okay.
However you want to define magic as, you see that no.
Nah.
No, we made a podcast. That's what I meant. You promised. Get your mind out of the gutter, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, though. So today we're talking about how we use certain terms as a coping mechanism, right? In today's world, I feel like we have so much vices that helps us to distract ourselves from the problem. Well, we have a problem. Everybody, the fact that you're alive means that you're on a death row, means that you actually inevitably have problems, right? What this means now is that we all have certain personal problems, work problems, school problems, girl problems, boy problems, however your problem comes, right? And we have certain set up, made up structures that we know that for folks that have gotten to know themselves, we know that, okay, when I just spend time on TikTok personally, see, I don't want to know what is going through my head. Once I go on TikTok and I could spend hours, then I come out of TikTok and I'm like, okay,
afresh.
I come out fresh.
Yeah.
So for some people, Theirs might be drinking, theirs might be smoking, theirs might be humanizing.
Don't
whatever.
say some for majority.
I really don't want to classify because I don't want to be attacked, right?
I mean, but then I can still shaking tables. Yeah,
You
know,
dig,
sometimes
you
I still
dig.
just gotta do every now and then.
Yeah. For many people, it's
Yeah.
alcohol, which by the way I still don't get the point of.
By
Moving
the
on,
way, this is water. H2O. Keep it clean, guys.
it's a red cup, so I mean nobody can exactly tell unless you want to like flip the cup
Yeah,
over
I
the camera
just
and
have to be
everything.
explicit, because my mother might watch this.
Well, mom, if you see if you see this,
Shout out to you. I'm global, yeah.
but yeah, why? Let me start with the question of why do we default to what is it called, our coping mechanisms? Why do we don't even solve the problem anymore? We just hope that the problem goes away. Like I was seeing this Kevin Hart stand up one time. I think it was, if it's not Irresponsible, the one before it, and he says that he's the kind of person that hopes, like whenever a problem comes, he just hopes that it goes away. Like for some people, when you are sick, they take active steps to like take meds, take lay off work for a while. For some people, they just like sleep and it
Hope
goes,
for the
man.
best.
It goes, man.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a bit of both, but mostly when it comes to mental stuff, I would say I'm what some might call a coward, and I just hope the problem goes away,
I don't know,
man.
that's weird because like it's that's actually not a cowardly thing to do, to say that you feel like mentally you feel like you can be cowardly sometimes. But yeah, I would say for me, I think it's just like some people just, like you said, they just want to move on. Do you understand? And so over time, as a young adult, teenager, whatever, you develop systems that help you get over some things. And when you develop these things, you develop them by actually addressing the situations.
But you know that we put so much effort in trying to make, like, we put so much effort in avoiding these problems than actually facing it. Because when you avoid it, you are in a way you develop a new problem, which is your addiction to the avoidance.
Whatever your coping mechanism is, yeah.
And if there's that absence of that thing, you now start to, you just start having like coke glitches, like folks that are addicted.
Yeah, I get the picture you're trying to paint, but like I think the way we wanted to address the whole topic was we move. You understand? It's a concept that we know, but the way people see it, I know it's just different for everybody, for each individual. And like for some people, remove has become a sort of a coping mechanism. Something happens to you, or something happens between you and somebody, and the next thing you say is remove. And while for some people, remove actually really means remove. I've come to accept this. I've found, what's it called, closure. I found closure with this issue, and those are two sides of the same coin.
Okay, so I think let's do this individually, right?
Okay.
Let's start from your end. Folks that use the statement "we move" as say, okay, this is the problem, and this is the only way out, and we move, man. We have to just grow.
Yeah, because it goes back to the issue that I said happened to me. It devastated me. I can't. There's no mincing word about that, right? So it's just very strange. I wasn't ready for it. It was like a very strong left hook.
Side note. I feel like all of these devices that we have has a mind of its own.
Yes, definitely. The power of the subconscious.
Man. Skynet 2023.
but yeah.
I mean, because one day you go to bed with your generator fully functional, the next day you drag it and it starts to cry.
It's just showing us that it's not perfect. Just the same way we are not perfect. It just has its own defects and whatnot. But when it happened, right? This is something that I would say a big portion of my life is I poured like a big portion, because it's not the first time it's happening to me, right? So the first time it happened to me, I did the whole coping mechanism of just remove. I got new addicts, I got everything. I set up my system again, and I just moved on. Okay. Do you understand? Second time, did the same thing.
So this is like the third time.
This is like the third time.
Damn, bro.
I like this time. It's crazier because this time it's a point in my life where
you had already made the conscious decision to be like better.
Do you understand? And like I've also like the distance, skill wise, everything wise, the whole edge space I was on when I was working on all the things I was doing on that current system is
All right,
so
so
very different.
let me help you illustrate it, because John will be very modest. John is a graphic genius. And hold on. And
there's
like
such
many
thing.
genius,
Act is very relative. There's no such thing.
but and like many geniuses, they're eccentric.
Well,
What this means is that like sometimes he posts stuff. Like John could have like 20 designs lying on his PC and decides to not post anything at all. Like if you see John post stuff, you are seeing folks come out of people that don't even talk on Instagram come to Instagram and be like, yo bro, and I'm like,
nah, that's just blowing it out of proportion.
but
then,
that is it though.
I don't know.
You know that?
I guess I don't know. But like, so yeah, it's so all of this happened, yeah, and I was just like, what am I going to do with my life? Do you understand? Like that was literally my expression when I woke up the next day, because you know, like I said, I went to bed hoping that. Nah, it's
Not real.
My
I
eyes are just tired.
Yo,
you understand?
You
And
know,
I like
for me, that feeling comes when, say, I lose my phone or my phone gets stolen, or something happens. Then I just feel like, nah, this can't be real, bro. Like, let me just sleep. Let me just sleep and wake up. Then you sleep and wake up like, shit, bro, this is real.
And I was like, what am I supposed to do in my life? And it's such it's so unexpected, right? You understand? So like it's not like I was waiting for it or I was expecting it. So it just came out of the blue, and I had no idea. And like I said, I just kept asking myself, what the fuck am I going to do? And it was what I kept asking myself until I decided that there's nothing you can actually do. You understand? And you have to move. And move for me was, looking for the most logical next step I could take for myself, for my life. I don't have a PC. I don't, what am I supposed to do with my life right now?
I think that is more constructive than the toxic part that I was aiming for, which I am still aiming for right after we finish this part. Yeah. I feel like for folks like that, they are more about the solutions. Like, okay, this is the problem. Let's keep going, bro. Okay, we cannot stop just because. The show must go on just because I am having, just like for me, example, one of the reasons why I've not put out a podcast for the past couple of weeks is, and I'm not going to be entirely honest because I'm not ready for that conversation yet, right? But something happened with me personally, or I did something personally for, I think 4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And, man, I'm still suffering for it. And I won't say suffering. Suffering is like a big word, but I'm still not in that mental state.
You're still reaping the repercussions of your actions.
I'm not in that mental state to start. But then I realized that if I just did not come back, I'll find comfort in just living a normal life.
Following. Do you understand?
Right,
like
and
it's so very easy to get lost in that whole state of what the am I supposed to do now?
Right.
So
you have to and
that's why I also think like it's not really, people when you say something like the way I just said it, and I said, that's my own version of remove. People say, oh yeah, that's easy. You understand? But like they actually forget the fact that you actually have to go to the depths of actually saying, what the fuck am I doing? And then have to pull yourself out of that before you now get to the.
And there's no way in which you can explain yourself to someone. There's no one can actually understand your head space because they don't know what it feels like. Like you could try to do so many things. You could try on many activities and take it from me. I did everything. This dirty December vibes. I did everything, bro. But it still happens that it is what it is, though. It is what it is, and we have to move, man. But that is John.
Yeah,
that's John's definition.
That's of John. John is that guy,
right? But for me, my definition of we move is I bury myself in work. I spend more time on TikTok, classic avoidance. Now, let me give you a bit of a lecture, right? The classic avoidance is an actual psychological thing. It's a psychological problem. I made a research a couple of hours ago, and I saw that. Yeah. Well.
Using his school degree, you understand? He's a statistician or whatever. So it's like, getting the numbers.
I finished school. Man, bro, I don't even want to talk about that at all, bro. But I did the research and I saw that it was an actual psychological thing. And I'm not saying that folks that let's not start to use definitive terms for ourselves that I have that. Nah, bro. I'm just saying that for some people, their way of life is classic avoidance. They just avoid everything because they can't deal with the reality of life and everything. And for me, whenever I say God no go shame us, it is what it is. We move. It is well. Even our parents sometimes they say it like, okay.
It is well is a classic.
It is well. Or mommy, what's happened? Why are you sick? And I'm like, I'm strong. And I'm like, okay.
Nah, to be honest, yeah, I actually do that. I never tell people that I'm sick. I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've said I'm sick.
There's
in a long
two
while.
ways to that. You could either come from a place of faith or avoidance.
Okay.
Faith is you believe that you don't want to say that, okay, this is what I am, because obviously when you start to claim stuff, it becomes what you are. I totally understand that.
Okay.
That aside, because religion is very diverse, and I don't even want to go into that conversation.
Yeah.
What I want to go into is the avoidance part. Now, when I say it is well, I say it because I don't want to talk about it. Like, it makes me feel a whole lot of ickiness and awkwardness that I realize where I am in life, and I feel like, nah, bro, I'm not ready to accept this. So I'd rather distract myself in the next trend that comes on, or the next what is it called, whatever influencer is doing, whatever gossip is going on, just because I don't want to deal with the reality, which is life. Right? And I've come to realize that it's not just me. For many people, like, it is so crazy that when you actually sit down and you think about it, everybody has this built up structure that helps us deal with life. Like, legitimately, I was having a conversation months ago, and somebody was like, how do you escape reality? I remember that was how she said it. Because when I told her, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't womanize.
That's a crazy question, actually.
And she was like, how do you escape reality? And at first I was like, is this how you people in Lagos think? But then I realized that it's crazy in Lagos, bro. Like, everybody wants to escape the reality because, I mean, terrible bosses, terrible work.
Don't talk bad about Lagos, please.
Okay. I just don't want to say Lagos. Even Abeokuta, even Ogun State, even the world, basically.
Respect
we have.
Giddy, please.
I'm just saying that every once in a while, we might want to feel the need to escape reality because we know that we have such a shitty life. And the fact that it's a new year, and we start to lie to ourselves just because we want to avoid that. I think it makes it more terrible because you are creating, like I said, you are creating a whole new problem for yourself, because problem will not finish in this life. First of all, realize that there's nothing that you will do. There's no amount of anything that you want to get in this life that you will not have. Now, me saying that we move, I've come to realize that it is very toxic. I'm the kind of person that would ghost you. Yeah. Which I was going to say that I'm the kind of person that will ghost you just because of I don't want to hurt you, or
that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It is.
It is not. I disagree.
No. Okay. I was having this conversation. I have so many conversations. I was having this conversation 2 weeks ago, and this person was saying that this person has a body odor, and I felt terrible. Like, she wasn't saying it to the person's face. But the mere thought of her having it and saying it publicly, I was like, I was all sorts of like, this is a human. I guess you might, but I would not say it. I would rather shift. Like, for example,
yeah, because it's. I think what you're talking about is just a tolerance level ish. So like,
no, I'd rather not hurt you. Like, I don't want to. For some people, they say they want to rip up the bandage.
There are some people that saying things like you have a body odor, or you're dressing weird, or like you see me and you say my hair is nappy or whatever, is uncombed and unkept and whatever. For some people, saying those things don't really count as being rude. They just
they're just saying it. And for me, I won't say I have empathy, but I think about how you would react, because I think I put myself in your shoe, that a stranger comes to tell me that my body stinks, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's just like an environment thing. Because like there are some people that from like age 5 or age 4 or whatever the kind of environment they've been at. People when you forget to use your roll-on, or you forget to use your spray, people actually tell you that, oh, you don't actually smell nice today. Do you understand?
yeah.
So for those kind of people, saying these things to people, it doesn't really, it's not really that much of a big deal. They just feel like they're addressing something that they're not really comfortable with.
So
do you understand?
it boils down to experiences and expressing yourself,
Mhm.
right? Because lately I've come to discover that saying nothing or being indifferent or not making a choice is a choice in itself,
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
right? If even the Bible says it, that you cannot be hot, you cannot be cold. Choose a side, my G.
Yeah. Either hot or cold. Can't be lukewarm.
Pastor John in the building, yo.
Stabbing church. Do you understand? But then I dare for you.
But I think we all want that middle ground where we can claim both this thing and that thing, and I mean it's totally understandable.
I mean, so me, I'll tell you, right? So my stands are always very, very different, or I don't know, weird in a way. So that I feel like people are essentially both, my definition of a remove and your definition of a remove. Do you understand? And the reason why I feel that is there are some things that will happen to me, and my definition of remove is a nonchalantness. I'd rather not think about this and just forget about it kind of situation. Do you understand? Like, say, I saw a chick that I like, and I just approached her in public, and, she did me dirty, disrespected me in some kind of way. When I say remove in that kind of situation, I'm not thinking about all of these things and doing all that, mental jargons I was talking about the other time. I'm just saying remove because, like, fuck it. Do you understand? Remove, you understand? But like there's some things I feel like for everybody, no matter how you are, there are some things that will happen to you, and for you to say remove, you actually face it. You actually think about it and like decide that you are actually.
So how do you then? I feel like we have established what the lesson of today's conversation is, what the lesson of today's podcast is, which is having to face your problems squarely. Being indifferent is not an option, right? But how do you then how do you then choose what is worth saving, or what is worth saying that, okay, we have to actually let down our structures and just actually face the problem? Because for some ones it goes away just like your regular body pain, right? For some people's body pains, you actually need to sleep it off. 2 days, 3 days is gone. For some people, if you don't actually take meds, it would escalate. So how then do you put priority to what you have? Because if you think about it, okay, you don't have a boyfriend, could be a problem. You have a terrible emotional IQ or emotional quotient, could be a problem. You don't go out much, you don't have a social life, you don't have a good career, could be a problem. How then do you prioritize that? Okay, so we move has to be like we're actually working on this, and we move. Well, it is what it is. How do you know when? Because I'm bringing these two definitions of remove together. Yeah. How then do you say, well, this is our skill of preference. This is what I want to work on. This is what I want to work on.
Yeah, so like I think it's just like a context. I think every time I've had a conversation, people always say content is key, but may I say context is key. Do you understand? So like every situation you find yourself, you always have to find a way to understand the context of everything that's happening. And like once you have context to anything or everything that's happening, you know what to apply, what lessons of your life to apply, and how to move, so to speak. So like it's some things you don't have to overthink them. Just like the example I give. Somebody can decide to actually, the same example I give, and decide to do all the mental jargons because, maybe he's so stricken by this babe, you understand? Maybe it's not a babe that I just saw one time, you understand? Maybe it's a babe that, he has seen her regularly, and, he has an idea of who she is and whatnot in his head already.
And he has fallen for her.
Do you understand? Like, and he's already so fucking deep in it. And, for him to say remove, he has to do all that mental jargons. In that context, it makes sense. But for me, that I just, I'm just walking past, I'm at the mall and stuff. I just saw you and, I approached you.
Hold up. Folks do that.
Yeah, definitely no.
I
don't
okay.
know. It's Lagos.
Have you done it?
Nah, I don't think I've ever approached
Exactly.
anybody.
Okay, well, I guess I would add it to my bucket list.
I'm just not that guy. Do you understand?
Doesn't matter. I feel like it's more of a
generally I don't even fuck with people like that. To be honest,
you get it. You get it.
Generally, I don't
Because even folks that I know and they know me, are not even.
I mean, I've been in situations where I see folks that I know and I would just even rather avoid them. Do you understand? So like, it's very weird for me to just approach somebody I don't know.
But,
I mean,
then,
I've approached people I don't know before, so I can't cap about that. But it's not like in a situation where it's just at the mall.
But then you do realize
randomly.
that, say you're at a mall, and we're going to come back to what you were trying to say earlier. You're at the mall and you saw this person, and you really enjoyed this person's vibes, the way she was talking with her friends or the way he was talking to his friends. I don't think guys have problem. It's just the other opposite sex that is more.
I think it's we're both very weird set of human beings. I believe it goes both ways. Yeah.
Okay. So say for example you like this person, but you know that if you don't, now this happened to me in December. You know that you most likely not see them again. Would you rather talk to them, we move, make conscious efforts, or we move, ignore? And what I'm saying is, I went to a party sometime December, and it was a one-time thing, like once in a year.
Confess, they go.
I don't go confess. No worry. I see. As much as like I said, like I started with the podcast, I make conscious effort to segment my content. So anything I'm saying, I'm blurring some things out.
Let's have it there.
Right. I went to a party sometime December, late December, and I saw some people. It was actually fun. I met a couple of guys, I met a couple of girls, and it was generally fun. I was just being the fun guy, right? And
the fun guy. I love the sound of that.
Okay. You
get, but you're not gay though.
No.
Let's move on then.
So I was like talking with almost every guy. I think I got their contact. We spoke, but then I wanted to get the contacts of some of these girls, but then I think I was just second guessing that it's not worth it. I most likely will not talk to them. I'm just making up stuff. But then it dawned on me late that I will not see these people again. Like, even if I want to, like, that's the end. I most likely will not see them again. So what I did was I got the contacts of people that I could get and people that I could not get. I won't let them alone. So now I'm just trying to add context to the entire situation that we move now. For some people, and it just stemmed from your mall example. For some of them, you have to like actually go and talk to them because you know that this could be the very last time you see this person. And for some people, you were like, it's not worth it, Jerry. I most likely will not even talk to you either way. So I don't see the need why I want to.
Yeah, but so you see the thing is, I don't know. I'm always such a bad example in all these situations. So like, it's something somebody has said to me once before. He said he sees someone like, you understand, he sees someone like, and he approaches them. He just mentions his name, and hopefully they mention their name, and then he walks away. He doesn't try to get their number. He doesn't try to get their contact or whatever. He just wants to establish that notion that we are acquainted, we know each other, and if we ever have the chance of running into each other ever again, then we have a fucking starting point to start a conversation or whatever. So like, so when I say approach somebody in the mall, that's what I have in my head. So I'm not you're not trying to get the person's number. You're just you're pretty or whatever, or I like the way you're dressed or whatever, and just walk away. You can say that to somebody and then they choose to disrespect you, and then you're just like, yeah, we move. I don't give a damn. You understand? So that's
my approach. My personal approach is a very toxic one. I feel like if I compliment a girl that I don't know, she could take it as creepy, and I don't. I'll just tell you a very worst compliment. I'll tell you worse, like, yeah, you don't look bad. I won't say that. In my head, I'm literally gassing you up, like, yo, man, this guy's wearing glasses, my spec, and all these things. Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, hey, I like your shoes.
I think you have just been scarred. That's you. You've had very bad experiences. that's what's playing here. But I do get that too. Trying to reserve yourself and not overput yourself out there.
Yeah, you dig. Right. I feel like we're gonna have a conversation about men and toxicity at one point, but
we can't be here for that.
I don't know. I won't be bringing. I don't think I'll bring a guy. I think I'll bring a lady to help
talk about male toxicity. That makes no sense to me.
Because see,
She's going to rip
listen.
into us. I do not accept.
listen,
If you're going to
listen.
talk about that, you have to bring a male.
If
into
I
the
bring
sti-
a male,
yeah,
we're going to just be.
No,
There's not going to be any ant. Maybe it could be a guy and a girl.
yeah, it doesn't have to be just one guest, or it could be somebody who identifies as blood. I don't know. It's 2023. People be doing a lot of stuff. This year.
Right.
So, but yeah. To your fact, like we said, people should learn to be able to apply both. You understand? When you say remove, sometimes you have to know, because especially when you say remove and you find yourself going back to the same situation. Do you understand? Like, oh, you said remove from your ex, but then every time a conversation comes up, you just is. That's you're very bitter. You've not moved. You need to seek help. Do you understand? So like you have to actually address the
Bro,
situation.
you just shook some tables,
Do
bro.
you understand? So like it's just like that. You have to understand. Like when you say we move, it's just the concept of forgiving and forget. Yeah, not to be too whatever. But like when people say forgive and forget, forgetting doesn't actually mean you've forgotten the situation.
Yeah.
It just means that when you remember, it doesn't evoke that same emotion of
That
being
bitterness.
spite. You understand? Like when you think about you can think about it freely. If you can now, I can talk about my laptop. You understand? Because like I've moved on. Do you understand? But like I've not moved on totally. But then I'm going to get there. Do you understand? I'm
Yeah.
already on the path. I've already found like the closest. What's the closest logical step for me to take, and I've taken that. And by the time I take the second step, I'm already good. Do you
I
understand?
think for me, right, prioritizing what version of we move is would down to writing stuff down. And I'm saying writing stuff down because personally I have come to see that it is very, very fulfilling. Just very recently. Like the joy of writing stuff down and checking it off makes you feel like you're doing something.
So you keep your diary, no?
I don't keep a diary. I have a note. Where's my notepad?
Yeah, it's a diary.
It's not like
just
it's
don't,
not a diary.
don't try to be dodgy about
I'm not
it. It's a
even-
diary.
No, when I say diary, when I say
you're
note,
cute. You're cute.
No,
AA.
listen.
AA is very cute.
No,
Yeah, it's a diary.
no,
Shout out to AA's diary. Even though it comes in a Steve Jobs machine, it's still a diary.
I'm just saying that you focus on some of the things that you have, say like a to-do list. You have a
Definitely,
number of things that
definitely.
you want to address, right? Big, small, small, big, whatever. Then
Big Smurf.
that
was just all I was
Machala, Machala Smurf.
Yeah, but then
Anyways, you have a number of things that you are writing down, and you then look at these things, make a scale of preference, look at the one that because I feel like in our soul, at our core, we know the problem we are running from. Like we cannot
definitely.
you can lie to every other person, but yourself, you know that.
No, we can actually we can also lie to ourselves.
But we actually still know that it's a lie.
Yeah, it's just like this. The mind can be crazy sometimes, and then you lie to yourself enough
And you know
times,
that
and
the
you
more
actually
exactly you
forget the
start to
truth.
believe it.
Do you understand?
So understandably, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you make a list and you say that you look at the big ones. You look at the you could even start with the small ones. Look at the small ones that you know that are achievable. Then out of say you have 13 things on your list and the 10 are small, 3 are big, and you have ticked off 10. The psychology of you wanting to it's just 3 now. Let me just see if I can attempt it. Right, would come to you choosing the version of we move that. Like I feel like one thing I am trying very recently. I carry out a lot of experiments. Like human beings are my guinea pigs, bro. And that's bro. You have no idea.
You're cute, but not me.
Yeah, I'll be safe. I'm just saying,
not me though.
I'm just saying that there are a number of things that. There are a number of things that. Sorry about that. John did not turn off his phone, and he's gonna pay a fine for that. So
that's weird, man.
he's gonna pay a fine for that. But I'm sorry about that.
It's a cute ringtone though, so don't be mad at me.
Nah. Okay. What I'm just saying is that very recently I used to carry out I just normally think about some things and I'm like, okay, today the people that I'm going to meet today I'm going to change it. Like, have you ever woke up today and say today I'm choosing to be wicked? Like has it happened to you before? You get a message and you're like, well, I've been too nice to this person.
I don't think I'm
I'm
that
gonna
guy. Oh no. Oh fuck, nah. I'm not that guy.
No, I want to believe that. Okay, somebody said that I use the podcast to indulge some of my bad attitude.
Yeah, definitely, you do that.
I do that.
Yeah,
You think I do?
yeah, you do.
Well, at least I'm trying.
I support the fans. I always support the fans. The customers are always right.
But I'm trying to change that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, sometimes it still happened to me last week. Somebody from work texted me and she was like, I'd rather do this. And in my head, I just instinctively was like, I'm an Sabio. Like, I was so, like, I found so much joy in the fact that she knows that I could change it. Because I liked this person. She's my guy. But I don't used to change it. So that day I was like, man, just change that for her. So subsequently, she wants to message me. She go, no, say, this person is free change now for her. That was what was in my head. That was my train of thought. So sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this thing. So one thing I've been
Just
trying
choose
very recently, right? So one thing I've been trying very recently is I am a very indifferent person. Like I said, I'd rather just ignore the problem and hope it goes away. But very recently I've been like actually facing the problem. And what facing the problem means is I've been saying the things that I normally would not say.
You know what you reckon? Let's go.
You dig? Like I would just be like, okay, bro, pack your shit. Like I was like, maybe for example, this person is in the toilet and doesn't flush every time. Me would just hold me.
That's a rather specific example, bro.
Okay,
It's
well,
a rather specific example.
don't
bro.
let me go into that conversation.
That's God
But then
damn it.
every time, then I'm like, normal me would have like, nah, I'll just what is it to just flip? I'll just do it for you.
Yeah.
But then, how long? Now, bruh, how far? Run this thing now.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying these days, because normally I won't say, and some people might call it empathy, because I personally I won't say overthink it, because now it is pretty cool to be an overthinker, which is weird these days. Everybody is an overthinker, and I'm like, bruh,
Yeah. It's image.
nah.
Good image.
But I think about what the effect of it, if things I say, how it affects people, and I feel it's so much power for you to be able to, like, if you are the ones carrying somebody, and I don't want to be that guy, because
Yeah, actually.
I try not to be that guy. So
Actually.
whenever anything I say, I think about how you could take it and overthink it. So most of the time I just don't say anything. But these days, it's a responsibility.
Yeah, like I think everybody gets to that point, and I think it just has to be an experience. The experience has to happen to you where you have to be like, you know what, I actually have to just think for myself. Like everybody has to think for themselves, you know, and like when I'm trying to do something, I just have to think for myself and decide what I think about it, and like fuck whatever the person is trying to do, and you know, I is going to react to it. Let the person think how they want to react to it by themselves, you know, how they want to take it, and you know, just think for yourself first and foremost. And you know, but it has to be like life has to teach you that you don't know it, you know,
Right.
because like especially like if you're a good person, you understand, like it's going to take a lot of experiences for you to actually get to that point where like, okay, fuck it.
And I like deep down, you know that you don't want to hurt this person,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I cannot like make you happy at my own expense, or because normally I'm the kind of guy that will go do the most for people, and when like in some kind of way I expect it back, because I'm like, if it's me,
yeah, definitely,
I'll do it. But you don't do it,
Mhm.
and then you become a bad person for saying for expecting something. I'm like, bro,
or for demanding it.
you get. But if it's me, I know that this thing that's small now. 5 minutes,
yeah.
sure you get. But nowadays, Kala, that you
Nah, please.
Kala season.
That's nah. So, but yeah.
but I mean, it's been an amazing conversation so far, John. I love the fact that we're able to talk about stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
And what
I guess so.
you guess so?
I guess so.
I mean, your laptop is still there.
Yeah.
my problem is still there.
We move. You understand?
And for me, my own we move is, I guess my own we move is going from the negative to the positive. So
Yeah.
I think I've woken up to.
You know, like you said, it's your therapy. So the podcast has done some things for you, and we hope it does something for the people listening. So
Yeah. So while we're talking about this stuff, I'm also learning from, because I actually listen to the podcast. Like after all of this thing, after post production, everything, I actually take time to listen, and I learn from some of the things that I say. Because have you ever said something and be like, damn, I actually said that,
and you think you're wise,
and I'm like,
but you're not.
I am starting to learn. Thank you very much, John, for making me come to some of these realizations.
No, don't. It's a back and forth. I didn't just download. There was information exchange. Do you
And
understand?
I think, and I would end on these two notes. First thing is that for artists, I've come to learn to separate the art from the person. Say a burner, we know how big his ego can be, right? But we cannot deny the fact that he's damn good.
His act is great. Yes.
So I mean, although he might be a terrible person, his heart is good. So I mean, same thing for Adura. Adura might be a terrible person in real life, but his podcast is good. So don't mess with my heart, bro. You dig? I mean, my heart is my heart.
Yeah. I guess. Now I don't know. For me, it's very weird. That's why I say I don't know how to stand people, because like the very few people I would say I stand, like it's very. I don't think anybody I stand would do something very weird and I was like try to fuck with them. So like for some people, separate the act from the artist, so to speak. But
all right, so rounding up.
yeah, I have to introduce myself because I'm just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
If you're not aware, this is the voice of John, the clear style.
Voice of John. Like this is like I look forward to it, bro.
Oh, why are you doing like that?
I mean, I was hoping that you were going to say that earlier on, but you didn't. You just disappointed me.
I mean,
introduce yourself.
It's just life, man.
Introduce yourself.
Life is just fucking. This is me saying I am moving. This is the clear style John moving forward, and open to a great year of shaking tables with AA.
Man,
mad content,
amazing growth,
mad guests.
Yeah, John has one joint he wants to link me up with.
Oh no!
Yeah,
please.
I'm putting you on the spot.
No, I do not actually have anything.
You do now. Come
my
on.
laptop has been spot. My life.
No, come on. Before let's say a couple of weeks, you're gonna find something. We're gonna move, bro.
I mean, we'll have a conversation about it. Yeah. So yeah, it's nothing. I'm trying to give Adura $1 million just because I'm that guy.
So, anyways, thank you very much for listening. If you've listened this far, this is your
Shout
first time.
Shout out to you.
If this is your first time and you made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much. And we're having a video recording, so it's going to be going to our YouTube.
And if this is not your first time, shout out to sticking around and being an OG. You understand me,
right? I don't know. I genuinely hope that nothing has messed with the camera because it's like backing me. So I don't know if it has quitted or whatever.
I actually hope it does.
But if it hasn't, there's gonna be link to my YouTube. You're gonna see what we're talking about. John is here sipping from the red cup, the vibes, right? And please, you can follow us on our Instagram at Shaking Tables with AA.
We need sparkling water.
We need all of that online PR because this is what strangers will actually see and want to listen to the.
Yeah, AA's phone has definitely.
My phone has definitely gone off. There's an alarm going off right now.
AA's phone has definitely been fucked up. So me. Whatever AA,
okay,
but we move,
right? Anyways, John, can you get that?
Oh,
it's an alarm. So sorry, I have something to do.
Nah, I have been sent on an errand.
No, come on, you're still owing me the $1 million. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at Shaking Tables. Follow my podcast on Instagram at Shaking Tables AA. Also follow me on Instagram. My bio my handle has changed. It is now @Adragbemi_AA. Yes, that is Adragbemi. Adragbemi_AA. That is ADURAGBEMI_AA. Same thing. That's my Twitter now that Twitter is back. Let's go viral on those streets, my G. Right? Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. And what else? I think that is pretty much it. Make sure you shared on your stories. Tag us at Shaking Tables AA. And finally, get the merch, bro. I don't know why John doesn't have the merch yet, but this is me rocking the merch. I have the merch cap. Almost impossibly, you will see that I don't have the merch on. Like I always.
To be very honest, bro, I actually don't wear clothes. I walk around naked now. To be very honest,
man. But this is me. Every time I go out, I always have one part of the merch. Like I have the merch cap right now. You have the bags, you have the hoodies, we have the tees. We're looking forward to making an amazing year out of this. We're going to be rolling out a couple of new merches in the subsequent months of the years. And that's pretty much it, bro. Thank you very much for sticking around. And one last thing, this is going to be the very, 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 very last. And I'm keeping this to the last because it's unrelated, right? I want us to have is the camera back on?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Now look at me. because I'm going to be. Look at me. I'm going to post this on TikTok.
Oh what? No. Okay, so I'm out here.
No. Please stay. It's also a conversation. I really do not know.
Yes?
I really do not know. I don't know who made this decision. What tenure of the government made this decision? But last I checked, about 5 years ago, when I used to go and buy fried yam,
Yeah.
they used to put fried stew.
Okay.
Who changed it to grounded pepper?
Oh shit. I don't know. Why?
No, like you do realize that those women back in the day,
I mean, I think it depends on who you're buying it from, though. I think you're still buying it from.
because almost everywhere now they'll just sprinkle ataki, and I'm like, till today I still find it weird how people will eat.
The Suya men transition. Do you understand? The country is hard, so the transition. And like they brought their pepper along. So I think that's the whole situation. I think there's some people that say so whatever.
Man, I don't know, bro. But yeah, tell me what you think. It's gonna be on TikTok. It's gonna be on Instagram. It's gonna be on every social media platform. Thank you very much for sticking by. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Out.
And well, no homo. Yes, homo, bro. Thank you very much for sticking by. See you same time, same station next week. Lastly, I want you to remember that you are a star. Shine your light, whatever thing you want to do, whatever aspects that you're finding yourself on. Remember that you're a star and you have the responsibility to shine your light. See you.
Shine your light.